Hi, today we'll look at a long division problem. We have 1541 divided by 12. The first question we ask ourselves is how many 12s are there in 15? There is 1, and 12 times 1 is 12. I'll write in brackets here my calculations. And then we'll subtract that, and we have a remainder of 3. Next we'll bring down the 4. And then we ask ourselves, how many 12s are there in 34? Well, there are 2. 12 2s are 24. We'll subtract this. That's 12 times 2. And we have a remainder of 10. And lastly, we bring down the 1, and this becomes 101. We ask ourselves, how many 12s are there in 101? We know 9, 12 9s, no, that's 108. We have 12 8s, 96. And that gives us a remainder of 5. And that's 12 8. 96. Now, just a word about the different parts. We have the divisor is 12. The dividend is the number 1541, 1541. And the quotient is 128, commonly called the answer. These are just my workings. And lastly, we have the remainder. And we know that we can write our quotient as 128, remainder 5. And that explains what this actually indicates is that we've been able to divide 1541 into 128 equal shares, and then we have a remainder that cannot be shared out, which is 5. Thanks for watching. My name is Alistair. Hi, welcome to Harris Maths. Today we'll talk about long division, but we're just going to go through how to check our answer to see whether it is a solution and to give us confidence that we haven't made any mistakes. Let me just recap the different parts. We have our example in our previous video was 1541 divided by 12. And our answer was 128, and we had a remainder of 5. Let's remind you of the parts. This is called a dividend. This is called a divisor. And this is called a quotient. And 5 is the remainder. Well, how do we check to know whether our answer is correct? Well, I'll give you a word equation that will help. So we have the dividend divided by the divisor to the quotient. And the remainder. And if we write that in terms of numbers, the dividend is 1541 divided by 12 is equal to 128 and 5 as the remainder. How do we check? Well, we've divided 1541 into 128 equal parts, and we had 5 remaining that we could not share out. So we have 128 times 12, and we see how much this accumulates to. 12 8s are 96, 12 2s 24, and 9 is 33, 12 1's 12, and 3 is 15. And then we have the remainder of 5, and when we add this, add the remainder of 5, we have 1541. This shows us that our solution, 128 remainder 5, is correct. Thanks for watching, and this is a very important step. Bye for now. Hi, what about division of complex numbers? Well, direct division is not possible since the denominator consists of two independent terms. One would be the real term and the imaginary term. So what we do is we make the denominator real, and let's just call it realizing the denominator. So here's an example. 3 add 8i divided by 5 minus 3i. And here we use the product property of conjugate complex numbers, which you come across sometime in algebra. Here we'll multiply the numerator by the conjugate, the complex conjugate of this denominator here. So this would be 5 add 3i. And then we'll multiply the denominator by its conjugate, 5 add 3i. So we'll clear brackets in the usual way. 15 add 9i add 40i add 24i squared, and this denominator is 5 squared, which is 25 minus 3i squared. So I've put the brackets, make sure you don't forget that it's both the 3 and I to be squared. Now if we simplify the denominator, we have 15 add 49i minus, so this is 24i squared. I squared is minus 1, so this is minus 24. And in the denominator we have 25. This is 3 3 is 9. I squared is negative 1, so it's minus 9 here, which gives us add 9. I'm off the board here. We rewrite that. So in the numerator we have 15 add 49i minus 24, and in the denominator we have 25 add 9. And this gives us minus 9 over 25 added to 40, no, not 25, 34 to 49i over 34. Rewrite that. Minus 9 over 34 added to 49i over 34. Just to recap what we've done, we've just multiplied the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate, the complex conjugate of the denominator here. We clear the brackets in the usual way, being aware that I squared is negative 1, and we simplify to have the real part. Even though it's negative, we still write it first, imaginary part, 49 over 34. I'm Alistair, thanks for watching.